Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to create a custom animation in DaVinci Resolve and Fusion. We're going to build a picture-in-picture effect, and once created you can just drag and drop it to use on absolutely any video. The fun part is if you drag this template over any video, it will automatically blur the background, turn it black and white, keep the center part in focus to create a beautiful animation. So let's see how to build this from scratch. First, open the effect library, find the Fusion composition and place it on a track in your timeline. Initially, it might say no frame available. That's just because we haven't linked the video yet. Just do one thing, place any video underneath it like this. By default, you will see it doesn't show anything except this message. Now jump into the Fusion page. You will see there is only a media out node there. Grab a media in node from the toolbar, or by pressing shift and space, it will open the search window, and from there search for media in. Now connect the media in to the yellow input of the media out. If you face any issues connecting it like this, drag the media in wire over the media out. Now hold down the Alt key and release your click. This will show you all the input option for this node. Right now I'm going to select this input. The screen still looks black, right? Select the media in node and go to the inspector panel. Change the media source option to background. This tells Fusion to use the video right below the Fusion composition on the timeline as the media in input. To test it, if you go back to the edit page, you will see that warning message is gone. Now it only shows the Fusion composition and the video underneath is showing up inside the Fusion composition above it. So if you drag it over completely different video, it will work exactly the same way. Next, to blur the background, we need to create a blur node. Click and hold the blur node and bring it over to the line between the nodes. Now, if you hold down the shift key and release the click, the blur node will automatically add it right between those two nodes. This is how you can add a new node between any two existing nodes. I'm increasing the blur size a bit. Now if you go back to the edit page, you will see that placing this Fusion composition over any footage blurs the footage immediately. We want to animate this blur, right? Move the playhead to frame 0. Now let's set the blur size to 0 and let's add a keyframe. Then go to frame 30, increase the blur to around 25. If you now head over to the edit page again and place the Fusion composition over any different video, you will see our blur animation is working perfectly for any video. We want to make the footage black and white now. To do this, add a color corrector node after the blur node. Just set the saturation value to 0 in the inspector panel and the footage will turn black and white. We will animate this one too. At frame 0, keep the saturation at 1. Then move to frame 30 and drop the saturation down to 0. This way, as soon as the video starts, the background will gradually fade to black and white. Let's check the Fusion composition's animation. And as expected, the footage is blurring and turning black and white at exactly same time. Now let's work on the foreground, the part that will stay colorful. Drag a connection from the original media in node and attach it to a new transform node. Let's reduce its size a bit. Now if we go to the edit page, you won't be able to see the result of the transform node. That's because we haven't connected the transform node to our media out node yet. So we need to grab a merge tool right after the color corrector node and connect the output of our transform tool to the input of the merge tool. Now if we return to the edit page, you will see your original video is floating in a smaller size over the blurred background. This is a very simple picture-in-picture effect. Now we need to add a white border around the video. So grab a background node and change its color to almost white. To combine the background tool and the transform tool, we need a merge tool, right? Connect the background tool to the merge tool's foreground input, the green input, and connect the transform tool to the merge tool's background input, which is the yellow input. If you preview this merge tool to any screen, you will see white covering the whole screen, meaning the output of our transform tool is hidden on the layer below. Now, with the background node selected, click on the rectangle mask shape and you will see the background node gets masked. Just invert the mask and our frame is created. Now decrease the width and height to adjust the size of the frame border. Notice that the frames here is slightly larger than the footage. Fixing this is very easy. Just increase the size a little bit from the transform tool and it will be perfectly aligned. To see the output of the merge to tool, we need to connect this merge output to merge 1. Now look at merge 1's preview. You will realize it has completely covered the blurred background. Therefore, we need to add another transform tool right after the merge 2. And let's reduce the size a bit. Now in the merge 1 preview, you can see our composition is working correctly. The thickness of our frame seems a bit too large here, so I'm going to quickly fixing it using the mask width and the transform 1 tools parameter. If you now go back to the edit page, you will see a fantastic effect has been created. The background becomes blur and black and white, while the center frame stays completely in focus. To give the frame a slightly tilt, just adjust the angle parameter in the transform 1 tool, and we already have our desired result. So this was the part 1 of our tutorial today. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying with me and good night.